So regional airports, I am personally a big fan of regional
I've
airports.
benefited from Bristol Airport for many years.
Yeah, I think small is better. Southampton, Newcastle, Belfast. Not a fan of the Gatwicks and whatever of this world, but there we go. They're about connecting the country, north, south, east and west, not only nationally, but internationally.
Yeah, and sadly, well, some are closed because they're no longer financially viable.
Sheffield, yeah.
I was worried about Exeter.
Dougie Beattie in Northern Ireland, there's an airport called City of Derry in the northwest periphery of Europe, as it turns out, not only Northern Ireland. They've got new routes to Heathrow, and Dougie finds out how the airlines, local government and the airport are working together to keep the flights going and the airport going and the employment that it brings.
Londonderry is the UK's most northwest city. It borders the Republic of Ireland and only recently has had an update on its road networks. Selina Horsey is the president of the Chamber of Commerce and believes Derry is on the up.
The last couple of years, Derry is doing really very well, but over the decades before that, this was historically an area of serious economic deprivation and high levels of economic inactivity. Now we're in a situation where we're drawing international companies, we're upskilling in local businesses, and we're at the verge of becoming a real player within the island of Ireland.
Tony Foster represents business from the other side of the border.
But we're very porous. Like the border is irrelevant. We don't even notice it. So our businesses work together with other businesses in Derry on a northwest. We have a northwest city region, and it's very important to us that that region works well. So connectivity out of that region is really important.
Derry City Airport is a lifeline for the area, and Steve Fraser says how airports create revenue is changing.
So airports will make money from two sources of revenue, commercial and aviation. That's the fees that the airlines will pay the airport to come in, which are becoming less and less, and often they're looking incentivised. And then the commercial from your car parking and your shops, and that's how we would make money. But as you know, largely regional airports, particularly under 1 million passengers, don't make money and need some kind of subvention or some kind of support, so to ensure that region gets the economic gains of the airport.
Jonathan Hinkles is the chief executive of Loganair, and says in some cases local authority funding is an option.
I think in some cases, yes, it is. If local authorities want that support for an airport, for their local economy, they are going to have to get involved in providing that. But that's an excellent return on investment. So for every pound of public money that goes into keeping City of Derry Airport open and thriving, £10 comes back through the local economy. There are very, very few other things that will give you that same return on investment as that. It really is worthwhile, and the benefits it brings. Also, in terms of the connectivity through Heathrow, people being able to connect and do business worldwide from here, in terms of inward investment, with companies coming into City of Derry, the wider region, Strabane, right the way across the northwest of Ireland, setting up and doing business here. They can do that because they can get here.
Airlines too have updated how business is done. Regional brands and airports are now linking up with much larger partners.
Well, I think what we've done for the first time is to plug the City of Derry into the international air connectivity network. You can buy a single ticket from Derry that'll take you to wherever you want to go worldwide, and there's a few benefits for that. There's a saving on the air passenger duty taxes that you'd pay. It also means that your baggage allowance is the same right the way through your journey. So if you're flying with a 30-kilo baggage allowance to Australia, you get a 30-kilo baggage allowance on your flight from Derry to Heathrow to connect to that flight to Australia. And also, if there's weather or any other problems, then it's the airline's responsibility to get you to where you want to go. So we'll look after you throughout that journey till you get to your destination.
Dougie Beattie, GB News in the Maiden City.